It's made the lightweight division fucked. It's made it really messed up, right?
But it's still so talent stacked, but it's so complicated.
It's so complicated, right? And I made a nice post about who should fight who.
Yeah.
Instagram goes, nah, too many characters, and it stops me from putting up. And so I posted up again, and I forgot the description. I really want to talk about who should fight who.
Okay, let's talk about
You
it.
brought up Charles Oliveira. Beautiful performance against Tony Ferguson. I think he should fight Dustin Poirier for the vacant title.
Okay.
I think that's got to happen.
Okay.
Then I've got Conor McGregor fighting Rafael dos Anjos. Rafael dos Anjos coming from welterweight. He's come to lightweight. He wants to make his last, run to the title, most likely. That fight was supposed to be Conor's original double champ match. Before Nate Diaz, he actually pulled out because he was supposed to fight Conor McGregor. However, he broke his foot. It was a balloon, as Conor would say. And that fight was supposed to happen. Then we got the Nate Diaz 1 and 2, and then we got him to fight Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez actually beat Rafael dos Anjos to get the belt. So I want to see that fight because Rafael dos Anjos actually has a win over Nate Diaz. You could make the point that, Conor should fight Diaz 3. No, I think Conor should fight Rafael dos Anjos because although it's stylistically a hard matchup when it comes to wrestling-wise, it's a good fucking fight to watch. And it's definitely they can rekindle that and make a really good story out of that. And then I've got Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. Gaethje hasn't shown as much respect for Michael Chandler because, he's came over from a different organization, much like him. And he's now taken out Dan Hooker and he's kind of been elevated for, possibly fighting one fight, then getting a title shot or going straight to a title shot. So that fight would be amazing because the reason why I think that is Justin Gaethje, dynamite in his hands, very good defensive wrestler. Defensive wrestling so he can stay on his feet and bang pretty much. He wants to be the highlight. Michael Chandler, dynamite in his fucking hands as we saw with Dan Hooker and with Benson Henderson, right? So not Ben Henderson, sorry. Then we've also got him being an incredibly offensive wrestler. It would be an amazing fight to see.
Yeah, they're very, very similar in styles.
Exactly.
Stylistically, they're very, very similar. They're both the same, a little bit same in the height as well. They're both very built. Like both are phenomenal wrestlers. So I can see the fight happening. Because then again you got Justin Gaethje. He's the number 1 contender still, versus Michael Chandler, who wants to go to the run to the title. Then if Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier happens for the vacant title, okay, then if Michael Chandler beats Justin Gaethje or Justin Gaethje beats Michael Chandler, they can be the first lineup afterwards. So Chandler's here ready to go, but the thing is we've got to make this happen quick.
Yes.
Like, there's this other post I said the other day. So the biggest 3 in the lightweight division were Khabib, Conor, and Tony. Khabib's retired, Tony's lost, Conor's lost. The lightweight division takes no prisoners. It is a shark tank, but the big 3 have all lost. So maybe there's a speculation that the legends are starting to die out. And Gaethje, Oliveira, and Chandler are going to be the new big 3.
And Poirier.
So Poirier, yeah. So Poirier is probably in the mix, for big 4. So they're going to be the new big 4, and then you got them matching up against each other. So
the next one I want to say, Diaz is said to get a fight at lightweight. We're speculation who it's going to be, right? It's most likely not going to be someone in the top 5, right? I think he should fight Paul Felder. Paul Felder has openly said, I've been training for a triathlon. I'm going to continue to train for a triathlon and build up my gas tank. Who better to fight than a triathlon athlete, Nate Diaz? And Paul Felder has actually already said in a press conference, he says, look, if someone rang me and said, do you want to fight Nate Diaz? Fuck yes, I will. That would be an incredible fight to watch. And I think Diaz will actually just respect Felder just because, he is a fighter at a high. He will fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. Then I've got Tony Ferguson versus Dan Hooker. Very similar in body type, very long limbs, unorthodox kickboxing and striking. That's a good fight to see. Tony and Dan both have 2 consecutive losses. Dan lost to Poirier, then he lost to Michael Chandler. We've got Tony Ferguson, who lost to Gaethje and then lost to Oliveira. Legitimate losses for both of them. They should fight each other because now people are questioning, hey, should they be fighting someone for the top 5? Let them fight each other. That'd be an incredible fight to see. And the last one I want to talk about is Islam Makhachev, who's supposed to be Khabib's kind of prodigy from AKA. He's, I think, number 11 in the rankings and things like that. And they were trying to put something together like Islam versus Chandler or Islam versus Tony and things like that. Or Islam versus Rafael dos Anjos, and it wasn't meant to be, right? I think Islam Makhachev should fight, and I don't think you're expecting this, Kevin Lee.
No, I can see that happening.
Because Kevin Lee, unfortunately, lost a little bit of momentum after he lost his last fight. Prior to that, had an incredible knockout win against Gregor Gillespie. Incredible head kick KO. Unfortunately, lost, and then he took a little bit of a short hiatus. He's got a new tattoo. Give him all the special powers now. I think he should fight Islam because Kevin Lee was, speculated to be a decent matchup for Khabib's fighting style because of the wrestling and the kickboxing. Kevin Lee's a very well-rounded fighter. He definitely should be fighting someone in the top 10 and top 15 next. So why not Islam? To take that hiatus off to work on himself and think what he wants to do. I think he should fight Islam because that's a real fight people will see. I can expect some trash talking as well. Kevin Lee's talked some shit about Mikey Chiesa and Michael Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
So I would expect him to talk a bit of shit against Islam because he also talked shit about Khabib before. So that's how I see things going. I think that would be really, really good to watch. Those 6 fighters, those 6 fights that I laid out for 2021 would be amazing.